Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be pulling out this old Android head unit. Some of you might know that I just installed it. If you want to see that, watch that up here. But one of the issues I ran into with this is this will not output RCA for outputting to other devices such as overhead screen and whatnot. So I found a different model that does. So I am going to pull this out. That means I have to take the screen off. You just pull out on these two things, and then you unhook the wires. Have to pop the dash loose. You can usually just pull somewhere on these. Then unclip your headlights. And there'll be some more wires behind here. There's all those connections. And now the ones on the back of the radio. And then on this unit, I had a pretty simple install with these screws in the side. And there we have the old unit out. This one is a TM100L. Here we go. I got this package from eBay, but it was fulfilled through Amazon. There's a fair amount of stuff that is actually cheaper that way because the eBay seller gets a better deal on it. Quite a bit of box for a smaller box. And as what I'm putting in here is another Xtrons. This is actually a TSD100L. So it would be my guess that this is like an updated version. User manual. Here's the display. Now this one has another button on the side compared to the other screen, one for navigation. Otherwise it has a microphone button. The other one had a reset button. This one it's actually on the head unit. But the part I don't care for on this is this only adjusts this way. This one adjusted this way, and turn. But this one is Android 10, this is Android 8. This one outputs RCA, this one does not. So I'm gonna give it a try. You got your bag of wires and mounting hardware, GPS and all that stuff in here. Here's the head unit itself. It's actually quite light. Probably similar weight to this one. Warning, do not use any other power cables than the one provided. You guys with tractors and trucks and semis and whatnot, you might already have an adapter in the truck for this. So they do make this in a single DIN version with a 10.1-inch screen that you should be able to pop right into your truck or tractor. And if I remember right from when I was rooting around in the radios of them, they have ISO, so you can plug a single DIN right in there, and then you can have your navigation and whatnot on here. These are a non-DVD player version. So I got my wire harness all made up here, and then I have the backup wire hooked into the camera wire. If you remember from the last one, this is getting power fed from the reverse lights in the back of the vehicle. So this will just kick the display into reverse camera. And then have our GPS antenna still just laying on top of the dash, actually using the original one that came with the other radio, because it's the same thing pretty much. So here we have our USB cables. This one says 3G USB, DVD USB, and DVR USB. So it seems kind of odd to me that they don't have a extra USB for you for memory stick or whatever, but I'm not actually going to install this right now because I don't have anything that I need to hook up to it for now. Oh, I'm guessing maybe this DVD USB might actually be like a memory stick one, because I'm not entirely sure of too many DVD players that use USB. And then majority of these for now aren't going to be hooked up, but I will be putting a microphone, external microphone, probably up on here somewhere on the visor, and I will be plugging it into this, but for now I'm going to leave it out. This one I will be putting on because this one goes with, I believe this is the backup camera. It's the only thing I can determine it is. There's only wire harness it shows is on the back of the radio, which I kind of scratched up test fitting it. So that one's going to go in there and get hooked up to my backup camera. And then the GPS should be able to plug in our power. I have my batteries disconnected right now. I was doing some work on the vehicle, and they recommend not using any other power cable than the one provided. It does look slightly different than my other cable. And then it might be a little bit of a reach for this, but the antenna cable, no, it should be fine. It's completely on the other side of the radio compared to factory. And we're gonna tuck this all in here nicely, because this radio is going to take up a fair amount of real estate compared to the last one. And there it is. Got that set into place. Before I get it so it's hard to see, it's kind of misleading on their video about this, because they show that you can adjust the positions on here, like when it's hooked up in the vehicle. You actually got to put screws in here. Now we can take our dash panel and start connecting wires back up. Everything should just clip into place here, as long as nothing's in the way. And for this stereo here, it is a double din, so I did have to do the typical Ford trimming on the top and the bottom here. And there's nothing holding in this radio, and it's pretty snug. So now it's just a matter of putting the plug in, and then putting our screws in. For now, I'm just going to put the 2 screws that it pivots on. They give you like 30 screws. They must be figuring that you're going to lose the majority of them. I didn't count, but there's a lot. Now that I have the battery hooked up, I'm going to go and peel this off. Oh, that's nice. The other display had these decals right on there, and I never did get the sticky completely off. Well, I got the right wires for the backup camera. Oh, that's pretty. This is supposed to have quick start. So this is the first time I'm looking at this thing. And so far, stuff looks decent. Feels like the screen works pretty good. Sounds pretty good. Well, I'm looking forward to trying this out for a while. It is rather disappointing that the screen isn't like the one I'm replacing, where you can tip it side to side, up and down, and turn it. And I do like that you could slide up and down on the screen, because now my heater controls are half covered. It'll be alright. But when I looked for another one of those, I couldn't find any anymore. So I have other plans for that single double din one that I pulled out of here. That's for an upcoming video. For now, guys, like, share, and subscribe. Take care and God bless.
You want to run them?